Hi, my name's Holly Boffman. Today I'll be talking to you about interdisciplinary studies as a college major and also how it applies in the workplace. And near the end, I'll give a brief example of where this type of knowledge is especially useful in my workplace. And I'll do that towards the end. So to start off, interdisciplinarity can be a confusing term. So I actually had to read about it and look this up myself to understand it. But basically, interdisciplinarity is anything that draws from or combines two different fields of knowledge. So this can be anything from knowledge in two different but similar fields or two completely unrelated fields. So next I'll tell you about interdisciplinary studies as a college major. This is actually what I'm majoring in. And typically these programs have you focus your major courses on 2 to 3 different subject matters that are different fields but are somehow related. My personal plan of study encompasses courses in psychology, sociology, and human development and learning. This degree program has been extremely useful for me in finding my current job that I love. I work as a case manager and I have knowledge in several different areas that are very useful in my work life. So first, I'll tell you some facts about interdisciplinary studies and how it gives you diverse knowledge. So here's an infographic I made on Canva about the benefits of interdisciplinary studies in college and in the workplace. It came out in kind of an awkward format for PowerPoint, so in case it's hard to see, I'll take you through it real quick. So as far as college goes, most degree programs are based on a single field of study, which can actually end up being very limiting when finding a job. Next, I found the statistic that only 3% of college students in 2019 had interdisciplinary studies as their major. Next, as I stated before, an interdisciplinary studies degree encompasses knowledge in a diverse field of subjects. So when it comes to earning potential, I found some articles about how workplaces are beginning to realize the value of these types of degrees, and the pay for these graduates is on the rise because oftentimes they bring more knowledge to the workplace than someone whose degree is only in one subject. Interdisciplinary knowledge is extremely important in the workplace, mostly because it helps with problem solving. And this can be achieved through one person's diverse knowledge or a combination of the different knowledges of multiple people. This can be a tool to solve many problems that may arise in the workplace. And the final point I made on this infographic was to encourage people to consider majoring in interdisciplinary studies in college, or at least try to read up on different subjects to acquire more diverse knowledge. So on the topic of diverse knowledge in the workplace, I thought I'd elaborate a little more on problem solving and collaboration. So I did explain most of this in my infographic already, but I think it's important to reiterate the increased potential for effective problem solving when you have knowledge in different fields. I thought the collaborative aspect was really interesting because even if one person doesn't have much interdisciplinary education, people can work together to solve problems by collaborating and bringing what each person knows to the table. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my personal workplace. I actually work at a mental health treatment center here in Nashville, Tennessee. We treat patients with mental health concerns and sometimes addiction concerns. So that being said, we employ many different types of physicians who have diverse types of trainings and certifications. So most people in this field have interdisciplinary knowledge in things like medical concerns, mental health, and psychological concerns, and the most important, I think, is crisis intervention. So a good example of this would be an escalated patient with a medical concern. This can sometimes happen when someone feels like they're having a medical problem, such as a panic attack. So nursing staff would be the first to respond in my facility to check their medical stability. However, if the patient is also escalated, meaning they are upset and even sometimes aggressive, nurses can pull interdisciplinary knowledge from their diverse trainings in things like medical trainings, crisis intervention trainings, psychology knowledge, and if necessary, things like CPR certification. And sometimes in my workplace, interdisciplinarity is achieved through collaboration too, as I discussed before. So if we're helping the same pretend patient I just discussed, this may require help from people in different roles. For example, if this patient is aggressive and possibly suicidal, we may need a behavioral health technician, or BHT, to use their verbal de-escalation training knowledge while nurses can assess the medical side of the issue. I think this is a really good example because it shows the benefits of knowledge in different areas and collaboration, and I find it very helpful to apply it to my own workplace.